way more than that. I'm not sure why the figure is that low. Anyway, front end 4,000, DevRel 5,000, full stack 6,000, 150. So this is just like an idea of the median salary that people are earning in the crypto space as at 2 days ago. So it was just updated recently. And I'm talking about just Africa. It's much better. Then you have to set up the profile. So the crypto space relies a lot on community and reputation. The World Secrets guy was saying that. So you need to have a presence online. You can't just post and get a job. If you want to stay anonymous, you can have an anonymous profile, but there should be a profile somewhere. So most recruiters are using Twitter and LinkedIn. The number of times I get messages on Twitter during the crypto conversation, if you want to get into the crypto space, do the same thing for LinkedIn. And I think the LinkedIn part is easier. You can have a more professional look, and that also helps with getting a job. Okay, so join the search, right? But then before we even get here, I forgot to mention something else. So you need to have some level of experience. And this is where the conversation gets fun, because people are like, there are not a lot of crypto jobs, so how do I get experience? So let's say you want to write for a crypto company. Instead of waiting for the crypto about Binance, there are so many places where you can write. Medium, there are so many free places where you can write. So what you do is you start writing about Binance on Medium, and you have a catalog of a lot of articles about Binance. A lot is really relative. It could be 5, it could be 10. But what this means is that if in the future, Binance is looking for a content writer in Ghana, and they are asking for someone who understands Binance, you have something that you can show them. If you're a designer, you should have played around with like cryptocurrency concepts. Maybe if you're a UX UI designer, you would have taken a big application like Binance and you've tried to like change their UX or their UI. Just something that people can see, so that it's not really like you are trying to get the job but you don't know what you're about. The reason why this is important is the space has become very competitive. When I got into the crypto space in 2016, I was in high school, nobody cared, right? But now, people would care. They'll be like, oh, you don't have experience and all of that, because the crypto space is like growing. So you need to have that before you start the job search. It makes it easier. So crypto jobs list is a good place. Crypto jobs, not crypto jobs, sorry, typo, Upwork, and very simple things you can do. Just Google search or LinkedIn search crypto jobs. You get a lot of things, and it's painful sometimes, but go ahead and then apply, and something may come out of it. Okay, so I'm getting to the end. Next slide, please. Okay, so good luck. I don't know that's a key but one of them counting money. Hopefully you start counting money soon. Next slide. Okay, so I was going to talk about remittances and all of that, but a quick one before I leave. So let's assume you got in the job, or let's say you have a regular job and you're working. Another important opportunity for us with the crypto space is for us to save and invest and maintain value. So how do you save? Is a very good currency to save, but it's up to you. And then where do you save? I've already gone through that. And what do you get for saving? If you save in the Ghana cedi, let me tell you what you get. Your 1,000 Ghana cedis that you saved last year is not 1,000 Ghana cedis anymore. When you count it, it's 1,000 Ghana cedis, but it has lost value because of inflation. What this means is that what that 1,000 Ghana cedis could buy last year December, that 1,000 Ghana cedis would definitely not be able to buy this December. That means that your dirty December is dead, right? Because you saved in Ghana cedis. That would not have happened if you had an alternative to save. So let's go to the alternatives quickly and then I'll end there. Next slide. Next slide, please. Okay. Great. So alternatives, right? So regular cost averaging. Basically what that means is that if you save, let's say, 20 cedis a week, 30 cedis a week, 100 cedis a month, 1,000 cedis a month, instead of using the regular stuff, Susu box, bank account, saving in Ghana cedis, the ideal way would be to have a US dollar account in a bank, but these banks would tear your head, like so many charges. So the alternative would be that you would save in crypto. There's something called stable coins. So a stable coin is a cryptocurrency that is pegged to the value of a real world asset. So you can have a stable coin pegged to the gold value, pegged to the Ghana cedi, or pegged to the US dollar. So instead of saving US dollars itself in the bank, You can buy a cryptocurrency like BUSD or USDT on Binance, which is a stable coin, which is basically saving in the US dollar. What this means is that you get to run away from the inflation that is happening with the Ghana cedi because you're saving with the US dollar. But the US dollar is also fiat money and government money. It's also not a good escape from inflation. I mean, compared to the Ghana cedi, it's better. But then compared to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is much more better. Or other cryptocurrencies like Binance Coin, Ethereum, are all better ways to hedge against inflation. So instead of saving in USDT, you can also save in Bitcoin or very good altcoins. I'm not talking about like random altcoins that came out yesterday. Please don't do that. But this is not financial advice anyway. So yeah, there's Binance saving, DeFi, yield farming, and all of that. But I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to skip. Let's go to the last slide. So yeah, basically, there are so many when it comes to employment. Do check out the jobs that are in the ecosystem. If you're in school, it's an amazing time for you to try it because now you can plan out your life with the idea of working in the crypto space. You can maintain value and you're much more better. You saw remittances over there. Instead of sending money in a way or receiving money in a way that takes a lot of your fees, you can end up sending money, receiving money in a way that is cost effective and has a better user experience. So yeah, if you want to check me out, my profiles are on there. I try to respond as soon as possible. I hope this has been helpful, and thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
Oh, come on. Thank you, Elisha. We can do better for Elisha. Okay, so like I said, if you have questions bothering you, just put them together, and when we get to the question and answer session, we'll give you the opportunity to ask the questions and they will be addressed accordingly. Ladies and gentlemen, so you can still follow Binance Africa on Twitter, on Instagram as well, and all the actions are there. All right, so next we have Blaze. And Blaze is coming to talk about blockchain opportunities on the BNB chain. And before he joins me, I would like to let you know that a barcode will be displayed on the screen shortly, and you get to scan such barcode, and there will be a lot of giveaways. So please, a barcode will be displayed on the screen, and you get to scan such a barcode and get a lot of goodies. There'll be a lot of giveaways. So please just stay put, and when you see that, just do the needful. So on this note, I want to call on Blaze to come.
For those of us who don't understand, let us know what blockchain is. So today, if you sign up for Facebook, what you realize is all your data is on Facebook. So it will say all the data will be in this box. That will be Facebook's database. Today, what blockchain is saying is, if I sign up for an app like this app, my data is on this, that, and maybe all these boxes, databases, which means that I cannot go and change the information here without changing all the others. And these computers are all sitting somewhere in maybe Ghana, in the UK, in US, and in Latin America, or maybe Argentina. You don't know who owns them, which means it is very, very difficult to change the records that are on the blockchain. So can you go to the next slide? So the blockchain, please, next slide, please. Yeah, so the blockchain is just like a decentralized network of blocks that store our database, like the information that we keep on the internet. So instead of keeping it on one central location like this box, the data is stored across all boards. And so that is why you would hear things like blockchain is tamper-proof, it is tamper-evident, whatever the term it is, it makes it difficult for you to change the data that is stored on the blockchain. So it's like a decentralized ledger. For the accounting guys, the finance lady, that's what it is. So instead of one central ledger at the bank, you now have different ledgers that store the same financial information. So blockchain is different from cryptocurrency, and that's another misconception I want to clear. Cryptocurrency is the money that fuels the blockchain. So blockchain can exist actually without cryptocurrency, but cryptocurrency then becomes the incentive to make it easy for everybody to be interested in running all these different databases, and also that the use cases is set. So use cases is what we use cryptocurrencies for. Actually build a project without, you can build a digital identity or let me say a student certification service on the blockchain without using cryptocurrency. And Binance Chain provides the capability to do all these. So starting with, also we didn't know what BNB means. It simply means build and build. So the Binance Chain that we've heard of, it means build and build. And the Binance ecosystem is built for developers, builders, that's what they call it. So come and build your projects or innovation on this chain. And it comes in two forms. One is the core network, and the two is what they call EVM, Ethereum Virtual Machine, which I don't need to bother you guys with because it's too technical. But it provides the infrastructure for all the, if you're buying crypto on Binance, and also if you want to make transactions at a cheaper rate. I think he mentions gas fees. So gas fees simply means the fees you pay or the mobile charges, like the e-levy that we are being charged. That's what gas fees is. So Binance has this technology that makes it easy to pay lower fees. Instead of paying 1.5, if you're using Binance, you're going to pay like 0.005. So if Binance were to be in Ghana, e-levy will be very cheap, and we may not complain. Next slide. Go to the next one, the same here. So opportunities exist on the Binance chain, and I decided to put them into two categories. One is for developers. If you are a computer science student, or as I said, you can write some piece of code, there are opportunities for you. The next one is for people like you and I who don't care about all the coding. What we know is that we want to make money, we want to take advantage of all the opportunities, like the previous speaker also said, and the opportunities as well. So I'll go through that quickly. Next slide. So for developers, the opportunities are mostly in the grants and funds that Binance offer, and they cover different categories. So the first one is in the talent development, and I think it is relevant to most of us here who are either students. So Binance has this fund that was launched, I think $100 million as you see, to support young guys like you and I who want to build innovations. And these are targeted at universities. So if you can form a blockchain club, for let's say UPS, Legon, or KNUSC, where I completed, you're able to get grants to train yourselves and to also build the skills of your students. And also that if you're a community, you can access this fund, you can apply and use it to organize, let's say, courses and training for yourselves, get somebody who is good at blockchain to teach you how to either program or how to do some of the stuff on blockchain, on Binance Chain. So this fund is important. And if some of us here are willing, after this, we talk to the organizers, Emmanuel, Laura, and the team here, they can guide us on how to maybe access this fund or take advantage of this in the projects that we want to do. Now, Binance is very thoughtful. Now, get the talent to build your project, what next? And the question is, they help you with liquidity. There was this banter about liquidity. Binance provides funds for projects that want to bring liquidity to their platforms, that people are able to trade, their trading volumes happening behind the cryptocurrencies. And so there's a fund to also support that. But the builders and incubation, let me go back to that, is very key. I believe in startup incubation. They help provide mentorship, skills, and everything. I think in Ghana, some of the incubation programs that are not blockchain related, I think, how many of us have heard of MEST, Northwater Entrepreneurial School of Technology? Yes, yeah, and we have Cosmos Innovation, Impact Hub, and all these. So Binance is supporting this on the blockchain. If there's an incubation program that wants to focus on blockchain, or if you want to start an incubation program to support blockchain development, you can also access this fund. And Binance is able to accept startups like you. Quick question, have you been part of Binance incubation program? Okay, but maybe hopefully you want to be part of it.